We now return to Let's Play Poseidon, Life in the Mediterranean. The Mediterranean Sea is the final frontier. What people live along its shores and what resources can be found to enrich life in Atlantis. This adventure is average in difficulty with 4 parent and 2 colony episodes.
And so it is resolved, said Atlon, the High King of Atlantis and head of the Council of Atlantis. We must settle the lands to our east to take better advantage of our trade relationship with the Phoenicians. For the first time in hundreds of years, new Atlantean ground will be broken. As the members of the council cloaked themselves and gathered their belongings in preparation for the ritual bull hunt, they uttered the words of the Symphonia Ithacos by rote. The Phoenicians changed everything in Atlantis. Life here had remained the same since the Mayan colonies were established many, many years ago. No one minds the status quo too much because everyone's needs are met. That is, they were met until the Phoenicians somehow navigated their ships through the narrow strait that separates the Atlantic Ocean from the Mediterranean Sea and the lands to the east. Everyone here loves the Phoenicians' goods, and the demand for more is high. And so, the council resolved that a new city be founded at Lixus, on the banks of the narrow strait, to facilitate trade with the Phoenicians. And they decided that you should be the one to establish the new city. So, to Lixus you go. The strait there is, as advertised, extremely narrow. It is also guarded by the ferocious Scylla. Scylla was once a beautiful nymph pursued by our father, Poseidon. When Amphitrite, Poseidon's wife, got wind of the affair, she turned Scylla into the monster that she is today. No wonder she's mad at Poseidon's people. Atlanteans will never be able to navigate the strait until Scylla is gone, and some way is devised to widen the passage.
Alright. Not a lot of land to build on, but we can do a strip city here. And maybe here as well. Okay. Alright. Well, let's hope that this works. We're going to need a lot of people by the end of this, as well as immediately, almost immediately, we're going to need elite housing, which will probably go right here. But we're going to suffer for a while, because I can't really get rid of anything. Like, my marble would be the best thing, but really all we're going to have available is getting the fleece. So that's going to be my big one right away. Alright, let's go. That back. I don't know why that deleted. Scylla in the city. Scylla's in our city. We'll soon feel the stings of this horrible monster's bites. Odysseus' Hall. Okay. Well, fortunately, there's not much we can do here anyway, because until this opens up, it's kind of gonna be how it is. Alright, let's try something new. Let's put the water boys over here this time. See if that fixes our potential problems. And you're gonna do this one here. And that's a 4, 3, 4, or no, 4, 4, 4, so it goes, here? I guess it'll go here. Just trying to, it's a 5. What have I got going on over here? I think I've miscalculated this. Oh, we'll put it there. We can always move them. Population milestone. Right. Both took off that way, so they can at least make it that way. Question will be, if they go that way, will they both make it that way? Got a lot of people, so we don't have time to find out. Let's do... It's like, this is a tiny map. It's right there. So we need to go like that, and like that, and like that, and like that. I guess to maximize myself here. Keep a little road up this way. put 3 down there. Could put another one there, but I think we'll be sufficient here. Almost goes all the way, so we can have some more there. Well, we'll see. Once this gets going, I think we'll be fine. Okay. So we'll grab you, put you right there, and this should fence those sheep in. They might come over here. Is that meadow? It's empty land. Kind of looks like meadow, but it's not meadow. Okay. And then we need to get started with, not those, carting sheds. I had better do this just in case. Now they might wander down the road to these. I think that ought to block it there, and you know, just in case, we'll put this here. I can always get rid of it. Alright, that should be that. Let's go ahead and get started them. Better. Pretty much going to be putting everybody into the sheep, though. Now, who? Okay, Mastonia and Atlantis. So at least we can get 2. So yeah, pretty much. Now, unfortunately, everyone can't be in there because we will have to buy some stuff. Actually, we're going to need, like, everything. So we're going to need sculpture. No, we're going to need olive oil. And we're going to need wine. Okay, so only the 2. Only the 2. That's good, actually. That's really good. Because with this closed, and with Scylla over there, we've only got 2 places to go anyway. I think one would be, like, right there. I don't think you can get to that. I suppose... Well, I mean, we could actually utilize that. If I build a bridge over there. Hercules will destroy this area. But I could. So, like, way over here. Okay. Well, if I put it far enough over here, we should be fine. And then we might have to reconfigure it a little bit later. But actually, just yeah, we'll do that. We'll have one right here because that damn rocks are in the way. Oh, anyway, back to we could probably get started on that. What we'd better get started on actually is the food. And let's get those sheep really going here. Okay, but we will have to figure out. Okay, you know what? Let me figure out how I'm gonna lay this out because I want the roads to be able to connect. We're gonna have to come over here at some point to get to the elite housing. We're running out of money, and I gotta make money right away, so... Okay, so I think this ought to work. We can start giving away fleece. That is the only thing we'll be able to sell. And I've left that as its own thing, because we'll have to reconfigure it. And then I've got a guy here who will just come down to storage, and hopefully, once this opens up, we'll be able to utilize... at least some of that. Okay. So let's get one of those. Those. And get. And get. Alrighty. And that ought to take up a good chunk of people. Good. In that case, let us continue on.
I have a mighty quest for a mighty mortal.
I, Atlas, see that for the good of Atlantis, the Mediterranean strait must be widened. You must find a person with enough brute strength to move mountains. Only Hercules can accomplish this feat. Hercules' Hall. To widen the strait, separating the Mediterranean Sea from the Atlantic Ocean, you can now bring Hercules to the city. Yeah, but... Okay, so he's going to be... He needs excellent science access. That is going to be a conundrum, but we could potentially... Well... So eventually I will have stuff over here for the elite housing. If I set up the culture production here, so that they wander that way to the destinations, and put him somewhere along the way, they'll walk right by. So that's going to be a long time. They also need a hippodrome. I guess we can put one here. Observatory access, 1,500 people. He's going to be. We're not going to do that for a long time. We're going to have to kill Scylla first, and then so Odysseus requires the 8 elite houses. I mean, we got to get an economy going here first. That's why I'm so. It would help if I didn't keep pausing, but that's why I'm so nervous about getting this up and making it work. Damn it! I was going to do the carting sheds before we were interrupted. We will produce quite a bit. We can produce quite a bit more. Oh, shit. Every time. Just every time. It's every time. Can't for the goddamn life of me remember to do this. Every time. And then this one, will go here, I guess. Because that's... Boy, this is bad. This is bad. 5 is going to have to go here, which is going to leave me... I did this on both sides. I did this on both sides. I did this on both sides. This is wrong. Got a 4 here. And I'm going to put this 4 here. Which means I'm going to put a 2 here, because the 5 goes here. And now for this guy, it's a 2 there. Alright. We don't need to do that because he's already here. I've left myself maybe too many 2s.
I don't feel so good.
Unless I was planning to... I don't fucking... Because I got the bibliothèque and I got a tax office. So we can put another house there. That... Okay. We can put another house here. I got the bibliothèque. Iwaeh suffers a famine. Look, what do you want from me? We really can't do anything about that until April. Damn. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. Okay, so back to this. We got a 3 and a 4 and a 5 and a 3. I got a tax office and a thing, which means we can put another thing here. Here? Here. I can't help you. Putting it here is going to be close to a lot of bad shit. Here's probably my best bet for getting a 3 by, because this is also going to have a lot of bad shit. Alright. Look. Fuckers. Well, we got food now. We do have plenty of food there. Do we even need them? No. Alright, let's get this started. Food. This one will probably be easier to keep developed. Estonia, thanks. They are, after all, one of my necessary friends. I was going to say, are you taking that all the way up there? Okay, I might not have too many people in food production, but I don't care. I will leave the beautification until we need it, because that is expensive. Let's pick us up. Okay, lots of people. And you know where they're going. Alright, well, doesn't add up, but hey. Because we can't get rid of anything. I can't make anything here. I can't do anything about the marble. I guess I could start mining the marble to give it away to build reputation so I could start begging. That's a thing I could do. Because I don't think we're going to make much money off this fleece. 60 apiece. I might just end up doing a lot of pausing until we're in positions where this is going to matter. I think, yeah, I guess, I mean, I have to. We do have some people, actually, let's see, I can turn this around. Alright. So when we do get that, they can go along here. So on the inside of this, I could put even more of these fleece sheds. Get that started here. Have them go all the way from the back. Just... I'm not so sure he'll make it that whole way. Let's start it from here. That there. Put that there. Now he'll make it. Got 100-some people still. Okay, let me clear that off. Shit, where are you? Shed, and shed. And bear in mind, we gotta go to 1,500 people, so I don't really know. Guess I could also expand the field. I could maybe put a column. Ah, this is such an awkward damn map. I mean, we're making enough food, technically. We can do more. That's it. That is it. I suppose I could also... I could soak up people by putting their... Well, yeah, I have to. They have to have culture for Hercules. So we got to give science, not culture. I keep calling it culture. They have to have excellent science access, which means everybody needs to have it, which means I could gatekeep with the food. Alright. Well, we may as well get this set up then. Ah, man, I've got to import so much shit. We'll see how the fleece holds up, but we might actually be able to... Ah, this is going to be a mess. Alright. I mean, we're finally making profit here. Finally making a huge amount of this. I was given some wheat. I'm pretty sure I need the wheat for horses because one of the requirements for Hercules is a working hippodrome, and I think that means with horses. But I now need a few more people. So by a few more people, I mean we're going to have a lot of people suddenly inundating us. This is going to be a very long mission, I have a feeling. Got a thing set up here for wine because Atlantis is congenial, and I'm hoping they'll start giving me shit on my own, but maybe I should just start asking them. I can't rely on the kindness of strangers. That's not going to work. I need them to be giving it to me. Let's do you there. Population reached 1,000. Good. 18 wine. Well, that's enough for Theseus. All right. So now, unfortunately, I mean, we could try buttering up Mastonia to maybe, because they do need fleece. So we could start buttering them up to maybe give me olive oil, because the offset of that is quite pricey. Yeah, like we'd only be... I mean, to be fair, we are selling a hell of a lot more than we would be buying. But I would need 32 overall. I did have to buy some because somebody... I guess it was Atlantis. Atlantis said they wanted some. And already, so I denied Iwaeh here. They had a request a while back, and I just didn't have, because I couldn't. It was the food. And they went to apathetic, and I've given them a couple gifts by now, and they still... ooh, every time you request from an ally, it goes down on them too. Oh. Well, in that case, we probably should not be constantly begging. We'll just have to slowly trickle this in. A little at a time. But that's the next thing we got to do. Because we got to, I mean, I've got this set up, but, I mean, I've got to have the supply ready to go. And then Theseus himself is going to require 32 jugs of olive oil. So, yeah, it's just going to be me sitting here for a while, unfortunately. I'll pop in when everything's interesting. Alright, we're now at a point where we have received requests for marble, and I'm slow on that, but I'm getting the horses started. At least I think I'm getting the horses started. So we'll hopefully get that. I kind of feel like we're going to miss the deadline here in 1 month. Should have backed up on that one. But we need some people, so it's time to get to the next round of this. Yes. Because we will have to put those people immediately into marble making. Apparently, that is would be a problem otherwise. That is these guys. Already got one group of people pissed off at me. I don't need more. And we are slowly building up the reserves that I need. But boy, this is... I do have my food and fleece ready to go. I guess I could start putting these guys down. Start taxing them at the very least. But I will need all of my culture buildings to do so. So I guess that's where I'm going to put all these people after we employ them. Yeah, we're going to be in a little bit of trouble here. Did not see this coming, unfortunately. So I've been begging for wine. They are still... would still give me even more, and we will need some for Hercules. I think we'll wait, though, until I free up some space. But yeah, this slow trickle in, I mean, as you can see, it's costing me a lot. Like, it's costing way too damn much. And I guess maybe I should try gifting, because that's about the only thing I've got. But I'll get my next set of housing up and running and see what we can do there. All right, I want to save time for more money, but I'm gonna be here all day otherwise. So let's get that set up, and we're going to do kind of like we did in the last city. Going like, oh, just paves over trees. I'm learning new things again, or probably things that I forgot. Right. So since all we're doing here is destination buildings, all we gotta do is that. And then... Boy, you know, so I am on my watch along, right, of my previous series. But I'm not too far along, so I'm not really sure if this is disastrous for me to be building here right now. I don't remember, so it will be a surprise for everybody. Or at the very least, me. Alright. And that should do that. I guess we don't really need this road. Keeps everybody still. How much is that? Too much. It's too much. Well, we can squeeze a few more people in here. We apparently have an appeal problem, which is fine because I do have a monument, and that will go nicely right there. And we'll go ahead and do some Doric columns there. And trying to butter them back up so that they're not so... Finally they're sympathetic. Didn't make it for Gades, and we lost a little bit with them, but I have been giving them a couple gifts. Yeah, we're not anywhere near this. Whether I like it or not, I'm gonna have to buy. It's costing so goddamn much. I can't believe it. And I guess we're not getting up there. Like, we're not filling this full of 12. So even with all of this, we're still not making it. Which is ridiculous to me, but it looks like we'll have to expand these people. I guess so. I was keeping that here, right? We're not making enough to offset, and it's upsetting me. I could be giving. I mean, I've got this for no real reason. So who do I need? Well, they can give... No. Iwaeh? No. Who the fuck is it? Mastonia. Start buttering them up with the marble. I don't want to give all of it away, just in case I get a surprise of, hey, we need some. What happened to my horses? Do they just die? And I don't know why you're not taking the goddamn wheat over here. That's pissing me off. If you don't use them, do they die? I had like 3 horses in here. Well, that's not cool. Okay, we got some money. I'm going to build the hippodrome real quick. Actually, I think I already know how this works. So, hippodrome goes here. Eventually. Thank you. Fuck. Alright, hippodrome. Let's circle this around. Because if those horses are going to disappear on me, we're going to need this guy to come down and get them. That's a nasty surprise. Or is it because they eat the wheat constantly? That would also be a nasty surprise. So they disappear maybe if the wheat dies off? I mean, from a gameplay standpoint, that would make a lot of sense. But like, you can have only have one hippodrome in the city. Either delete the hippodrome or connect it to another one. Well, what? So hopefully this guy will go wander down here when I get my horse. There he goes. It's unfortunate he spawned way over there. But at least if he takes horses to the hippodrome, hopefully they won't disappear. Fuck, I don't know, man. That's a nasty surprise. And once again, we're out of money because we bought him olive oil. I mean, to be using it... Alright, you know what? We just gotta do it. I just gotta use it. Like it or not. And what am I doing? I've got so many people here, too. Like, I didn't put those down because I forgot. Alright, the bibliothèque. Now, I left myself a little out here that maybe a road can go on. Kind of dangerous to do that, because if we're relying on everyone to come this way... Well, actually, since it comes down to the bottom, that's fine. That's fine, never mind. There was actually a path up this way that could have connected. Could have gone up there. It's now closed off, so never mind. Alright, that goes there. We have an inventor's workshop here. And we have university here. And we are completely out of olive oil down here, which is going to be a problem. So why don't we cut this down by half? You are accepting, but you should be getting. Yeah, I'm sure it'll get there eventually. But now everyone should be moving that way. Okay, the bibliothèque guy did make it. Okay, cool. It all works. He's not going off on that little road. So that's all we gotta have, and I guess I can put Theseus down. No, Odysseus, rather. Odysseus, citywide popularity, excellent health, 8 houses, 32 olive oil. Now this is gonna go away, so it doesn't really matter where I put this. Let's go ahead and tuck it right there. Waiting on that. Jugs. Oh, and it's... Okay, well, when we get the jugs... we have to stop buying the jugs. I'm out of fucking money. And I've got a lot here. Okay. Was it Gades? Estonia. Right. Have some more marble. Keep buttering them up. Okay, did this guy get it? Okay, he now has his horse. Cool. It's gonna be a real short race. Might have to start buying... Like, if horses disappear, which I had no idea. I thought they just used the stored wheat to build horses, basically, to breed them. And that sucks because this requires horses. And I'm pretty sure they use them because he keeps going to get horses, right? Like, they don't just constantly run that? Boy. Okay, well, I guess, because we're not making enough, we have to keep putting down the fleece. You can't tell me having 8 sheep stacked on a single space is not having programming problems here. I'm sure we will have issue. Alright, we could probably also put just a few more into the farms, just to keep up on that. It's going to take a whole year to grow, so we really can't afford to have a bunch of people in and then it not work. But yeah, we are out of freaking money. Are we not getting taxes off of these people? None. Why is that? They won't start paying till they have armor? Well, that ain't happening. That's not going to happen this time round. Estonia gift. Okay, but can we like buy my shit? I need you desperately to come and buy my shit. I can't believe it. I really can't believe how much we're taking up here. Estonia, keep it coming. Alright, well, when we're able to summon this jackass who's going to take everything from me, I will be back. Okay, the world's tiniest race, and it even says as much. It says that few people attend the short races held at this tiny hippodrome. Races are almost over as soon as they begin. We're only making 10 drachma a month off of this. And I guess, thinking about it, I know we're going to have to build some temples. shortest race in the world. I guess I could have built it up here, but I'm thinking of keeping these spaces for temples, but, you know, I guess we do maybe have room for them elsewhere, so we can rebuild the hippodrome over here. But for now, it will do. So we've met with Hercules' requirement anyway. Guess I can put him down too, since he will be another one of these jokers that just... Boy, if I put it here and he destroyed that, and then that would destroy his hull, I wonder how the game would react to that. Put it down. Okay, so we do need to have observatories, but mostly the high science access, so that is actually the next thing that I need to do, is put down science for everybody. We're still... I am waiting for... I guess they don't use up the horses. So maybe, well, never. Oh. Really? Come on, come on. Come on, come on. Oh, that's a nice gift. Fuck. What do you mean? There's 9 there, plus 18 is way more than enough. What the fuck do you need? Thank you. Alright. Here comes this disaster. Send for Odysseus. We'll now empty that olive oil. How is Atlantis? Sympathetic. Time to start buttering them up. So I ain't paying for that wine. Alright, but we still do have people here, so I do need to get to the next level. We do have a little bit of money right now. I guess I can let this go, because otherwise we're going to take here forever. We'll do a sundial. We'll do flower gardens. Park. And I'm sure that's not going to be enough for everybody, but let's also go ahead and do fleet. Oop, that's the wrong one. We'll do a fleece vendor here.
The world-renowned Odysseus, King of Ithaca, is here.
All right. Where?
Penelope will have to wait a long time before she sees me again. This city is so great.
Now the problem with what I'm about to do here, 60 wouldn't be enough to put down all of the culture, is the thing. So we're about to have a real big population boom.
I've seen worse trouble in my travels.
Alright. Scylla has been slain. She's met her match. Good. Okay. Boy, this is bad. Alright. Well, let's get the extra culture over on this side. So we'll need the laboratory here. We'll need the inventor's lab here. We'll need a university here. And we'll need an observatory here. I left this little space just in case I need to send a road up here to have some building that way. I don't know that we will, So I will just do that. And we're probably going to have some appeal problems off of all of this. But I do have a statue. Alright, now, you require a lot more wine, and we gotta build up all that shit, so I'll be back. So, Mestonia refuses my gifts of marble. It's not that I don't appreciate the attention, Gazippiles, but enough is enough. I, Mestor, must tell you that Mestonia simply doesn't need any more slabs of marble right now. As time passes, this will change, but don't bother giving any more marble for a while. So, do they get upset because of that? So what's happening here is I'm not able to build him up because I was buttering up the wrong person. I needed to butter up Atlantis so they'd give me the wine, but every time I did so, it sends them down. But then I keep trying to give them things that they don't want now, and so we're kind of borked there. Now I'm just waiting on Atlantis to fulfill my request, which they've not done yet. And I'm being a dum-dum. We got to move him to over here, where people will actually walk by him and give him the access he is looking for. So we're also going to have to add a bibliotech guy here. Make that happen. And you know what? We should undo that and move it closer. Limit his... Excuse me? Atlantis grants the wine. Thank you. Thank you. Alright. Now we just gotta have that guy walk this way. And Hercules is ready. Hercules is needed to widen the strait. He should do that as soon as he gets here. So hold on. Let me... this. And... oh! Okay, now what? Well, now we don't need that guy. We'll keep him anyway for now, just because he's a sink for some employment. In fact, we're going to need to do that. So, yeah, I just had to put an observatory here. I didn't need to actually do all this, so this is kind of problematic for me. I guess since we're already doing this, I may as well just finish that off. Although that... I mean, well, when he comes here, he's going to walk around anyway. And as long as I keep the appeal down, those guys won't be screwball. Yeah, alright. So that'll take a few people. But we're going to have a lot more. And I guess I could pump it into fleece. I mean... we can only make so many more carrots. So yeah, we can get 3 more fleece right up in here. That's about it. That's about that. I am out of olive oil again, so I do need to be making it, but I am making a little bit of money, thankfully. Enough now to offset that. Since that is the only thing that I can sell here, it is very, very important.
I am Hercules, and am ready for a challenge.
What have you got?
I hope it's something worthy of the strongest man alive. Are we good on people? We are good on people. Okay, I'm trying to get an angle on this thing here. I guess we can just do the whole thing in column. And we'll figure out what to do here, because that's going to be a problem. Maybe if I change the road... yeah, well, we'll work on that some other time. Let's do a spring. Close that off. Okay. You're here.
This city is unsurpassed.
Let us save one final time, since I did make some changes. And that should be that. Oh, we actually have to dispatch him. Alright. Does he have to come to his house first? I think he has to hit his house first. So let's speed that up. Come on. Alright, he's there. Hercules, do your deal. Where's he going? Isn't that here? Well, overall, this city could be worse. I really hope nothing bad happens over here. Because what else am I going to do?
Hercules isn't called the strongest man alive for nothing. With his bare hands, he single-handedly widened the channel between the Mediterranean Sea and the Atlantic Ocean. The strait, which will forever be known as the Pillars of Hercules in honor of the hero, is still narrow, but it is now navigable. The crafty Odysseus also solved our Scylla problem, and the strait is safe. Now, all manner of ships can sail between Atlantis and the lands of the Mediterranean. It won't be long now until Phoenician goods flood Atlantean agoras.
So, in my previous series, there was an earthquake, and that opened the strait. Like, it was actually gone. So, maybe I should have done that. Well, if I'd done that before I did Scylla, then Scylla would have escaped. So maybe what I was supposed to do was have both of them here. Well, as soon as Odysseus shows up, he kills Scylla. I don't know. Anyway, I'll see you next time.